A variety of agriculture, vegetables, fruits, and plants are grown at Catawba Trail Farm, which is supported by Urban Community Agronomics, a nonprofit organization.
So right here is going to be your first hole. You don't put a hole at the very end. Okay, that's going to be your first hole. And that's your model from that point on. Okay? Good amount of force. You're going to start to turn. These will last probably about 5 or 6 years. They will continue to produce mushrooms for that long.
Joining us to tell us more about the farm is Delphine Sellars with Urban Community Agronomics. Greetings.
Greetings and thank you.
Thank you for joining us. Where is Catawba Trail Farm located?
It's actually located in Durham, North Carolina, in what we call Northern Durham. If you wanted the actual address, it's 2080 Sawmill Creek Parkway here in Durham.
Okay. And how big is this farm?
We're on 53 acres of land.
That's
The
very big.
majority of it now is wooded, which is one of the draws to the farm. So probably from 15 to 20 acres is what we're working on, and the rest remain in forest area.
Now, do you have plans to keep it as a wooded area, or do you have plans to bring more crops to the farm?
Okay. Right now, we have plans to clear an additional 2 acres of the land so that we can provide access to more individuals who want to learn the skill and the trade of farming. So, other than that, it will remain forested for camping, for hiking, for other outdoor activities such as bird watching, even.
Oh, okay. Now, how was this land acquired?
This is actually conservation land. I retired in 2016 as the county extension director here in Durham County. At that time, having seen so many disproportionate equities issues within our county, I decided I needed to do something. And having served on the board of the Triangle Land Conservancy, I inquired with them about the possibility of, do you have land? Of course, they have land. Do you have land that I can acquire that will give people access so that they can learn to grow their own food?
What is the agreement with, as you mentioned, the Triangle Land Conservancy?
It took us a year, but we entered into what is termed a user license agreement with the Triangle Land Conservancy. And basically, what that says is for 10 years, we acquire access to this land to develop it. It is up to us to acquire all that's needed to make it into a farm. Because actually, we are reclaiming an old farmstead that had not been farmed in over 70 years. And it is also part of the plantation system that used to exist in Durham County. So
Mm.
every 2 years, we sit down and we look at that agreement, and everything is okay. We're following all the laws as far as not going into the conservation easement area. Then we start over with 10 more years. So it's a continuous 10-year 10-year rights to the property to develop the property.
And how does that process work? After that 10-year period is ends, you just submit new paperwork, or is there um, a sort of a renewal process that you have to go through? Does somebody come out and survey the land? What happens when you renew?
It's all taken at a honesty, okay, and it's based on
Mhm.
relationship to a large degree. So no, there's no renewal of a contract. There's no renewal of an agreement. It's just what are you doing? So it's almost as though we report. and share what we've done, the accomplishments that we've made, and we look at the value that we have uh, created within the community and the difference and impacts that we're making. And we simply share this, and it is automatically another 10 years, another 10 years, those kind of things. What our goal is and what we would like to have is if we cannot purchase the land, is give me 100-year lease right off the top because we
Perfect.
know what we are about, we know what we're doing, and we know that we're building equity, even if it's, well, and I don't say that lightly, we're building human equity
Right.
within our people.
Within our community. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. What types of agriculture, such as vegetables, fruits, plants, are grown at the Catawba Trail Farm?
We're only growing that which is what I want to say bring is nutritionally valuable. So we want to increase access to nutritious produce. We grow anything, everything, depending upon what season you're in, your greens, your collard greens, your salads, your lettuce, tomatoes, cucumbers, my goodness, okra,
Mhm.
a variety of herbs, celery, bok choy, Napa cabbage, anything, any foods, asparagus, because what we want to do as well is introduce people to different foods. Now, we take it a step further. Not only do we want to introduce you to those foods, because there's nothing worse than helping a person to grow their own food or to give them food that they don't know what to do with it. And then it makes them feel even worse. They have to throw it away. So
Right.
we look at how do you prepare this food without having to go in debt and buy, spices that you're never going to use, again.
Right.
How do you preserve this so that you can stop eating out of those cans with filled with all that sodium? So we teach food preservation as well. So we take it a step further, not just to grow. So, but then once you learn to grow it, what do you do with it? How do you preserve it? How do you prepare it? How do you make sure that this brain is add to your family,
Mhm.
add to your body, it helps you because and I could go on, but one of the things that we do is our goal is to not only provide help people to have nutritious foods, but it also we're looking at health and wellness. A lot of preventable illnesses and reversible illnesses exist because of our diet, and we want to change that diet.
That's an important point that you have made. In addition to the crops that you're growing, do you also grow certain herbs to
Oh
aid
yeah.
in health?
Oh, yes, we do. Everything from, well, I'm going to start off with sage. Gosh, what else? Thyme, dill, uh,
Mhm.
cilantro. Oh my goodness, basil, African basil, and we're growing some ginger. So we grow the mints. You name it, we want to grow it. If we can grow it, we want to, and we want to introduce it to people.
Now, Urban Community Agronomics, or UCAN, is a nonprofit 501 c3 organization that partners with and supports the Catawba Trail Farm. What is the mission of UCAN?
Okay. Well, let me back up a little bit for you. UCAN is the nonprofit. Okay. And our mission is to enhance and to, first of all, give people access to land, access to space to learn and to grow their own healthy, nutritious foods. UCAN is a nonprofit. So we've decided how do we do that? What do we need to do in order? That's our mission. So how do we do it? We did it by creating a farm. So we've created the Catawba Trail Farm as a way to make our mission a reality. So we are, UCAN and Catawba Trail Farm are almost one in the same. With UCAN being the one who is responsible for bringing the resources together that we need, whereas the Catawba Trail Farm is where we use those resources to enrich the lives of others.
Speaking of that, how has the farm positively impacted and strengthened the community, especially now that we have some difficult times, such as this pandemic?
It's an ideal place. You are outside. We create workstations. We have not suffered as far as the pandemic is concerned in regards to people coming out, people volunteering, and people wanting to learn to grow, wanting to learn about agriculture, which is a blessing for us. We work with school systems, we work with youth groups, we work with senior groups, we work with individuals. We're also a place and have been a place where individuals who may be involved with the criminal justice system and they need to, what I want to say, perform or community service hours. So we're a place for that as well. We don't turn anyone away. In fact, the more the merrier. It's a place where you can actually walk a trail, Catawba trading path to a tributary of the Little River. We institute, such as the video you showed, programs for our youth. Inoculating mushroom laws. Who would have thought?
Who would have
You can
thought?
grow your own mushrooms, and then you can take them home with you. And we realize that not everyone has a field or a yard or any of those things. So we institute some of our other programs, such as our Green Bucket Gardening program. What do? We provide you with a 5-gallon green bucket. We put holes in it. We provide you with the soil, seeds, and our plants, and teach you to grow. Even if you're growing 2 tomato plants or 3 collard greens, any of those things. But we want people to know how to do for themselves.
Okay. Now, in that clip that we showed, we saw, I believe you were teaching the class. What are some of the educational and health wellness events that you've been involved with?
Oh gosh, tremendous number. I'm gonna keep it. Other than the mushrooming, we also are involved with raising chickens. We now have. So how do you care for chickens? Because in this county, in Durham County, even within the city limits, you can have up to 6 chickens, I believe, as long as you don't have a rooster. So what about raising your own eggs?
Mm.
Chickens, so that you can have your own eggs.
Right.
And then once if you're a meat eater, once they reach their lifespan, you also have meat on the table. So
Mhm.
some of those things. We teach about how to grow everything that people want to grow and how to prepare it. And then some of the other things, we also are involved a whole lot in gleaning. Gleaning is actually when farmers allow you to go on their land once they've harvested what they want, and as opposed to dissing it all in the ground, we can go and harvest some of those fresh produce, be it sweet potatoes, be it squash, be it okra, be it greens, and then give those to individuals in the community.
That is
The
wonderful.
yeah. So
Wonderful.
and one of the final things I will say that we do is we actually work with, we have a sponsor, and we work with an organization called Farmers Food Share, where we actually once a month, up until our money ran out, but we're working on getting more,
Mm.
actually did food drives at least once a month. And that was anybody in the county. And on an average during that time, we served on an average 200 people that directly impacted over 400 per month.
Wow. Now, Miss Delphine, you mentioned before the money run out, I want you to very quickly let us know how you can be reached so that those who want to donate can, and those who want to offer their time can reach you.
Thank you. You
Mhm.
can donate by going to our website. We have a donate button there, which is www.ucan.today. TODAY. You
Thank
can.
you so much.
Thank
Thank you for joining us, and I hope to see more of you and continue to learn about your farm.
All right. Thank you. I enjoy
Thank
sharing
you.
it. Thank you.
Thank Let's pause for announcements from our sponsors. Afterward, rapper and MC Nye One will talk about her musical career, its struggles, and its triumphs. We'll be right back.
Be a part of the force that powers truth in journalism. Your support helps to combat false media. Cash App NNV News.
Greetings from National Network View. This week's Final Call cover story headline reads, "How much more can we stand?" The painful death of Dante Wright, the traumatic death of George Floyd, And the Derek Chauvin murder trial in Minnesota brings into focus how fragile Black life remains, and the constant, elusive, and almost non-existent giving of justice to Black people. How much loss can we stand? And have we had enough? This FCN Volume Number 28 edition features the middle page article by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan entitled The Intensifying Universal Cry for Justice. To read more, subscribe to finalcalldigital.com and tune into the all-new Final Call Radio. This is the NNVnews.com Final Call Cover Report.
This is Sister Sajda Muhammad. We are proud to announce that the Sajda House commemorative Elijah coins are finally here. This priceless heirloom, made from recycled copper from the messenger's home, is now available at sajdahouse.com.
Please make sure you leave your comments and questions in the comment section below. Follow us on Facebook, National Network View, and make sure to check us out on Twitter as well, National Network View. This is Sergio Gutierrez with National Network View, signing off.